I am joined by the former Nigerian ambassador to Mali from 2012 to 2016, Iliya Ali Dunia Nuhu, for discussion on ECOWAS and the spread of military rule in West Africa. Thank you so much for joining us, Ambassador.
Thank you very much.
This situation with the coup in the Niger Republic is far from being resolved 1 month after. What do you think is responsible for this complication?
Well, thank you very much. I think it is probably their perception of how the initial case was, handled. They probably feel ECOWAS should have sent somebody or invited them or probably arrange a forum, where they will be able to explain themselves. But what they misunderstood was the fact that they thought ECOWAS had declared war upon them by giving them a 7-day ultimatum or face an invasion or whatever, they are talking about. So I think that somehow angered them, being a sovereign, country, and seeing also that in Guinea, in Mali, in Burkina Faso, similar incidences all took place, and they had been handled maybe relatively, differently. So I think this is what has caused some bits of, complication. But I think it's out of misunderstood, position, of ECOWAS, as a body, but particularly the perception, that it was Nigerian engineered, and we were the people that really were pushing ECOWAS, to go to war, with Niger, over the coup. I think this, to me, is part of the complications that we are still saddled with.
Ambassador, beyond Niger, I would like us to talk about spread of coup in West Africa, from Mali to Burkina Faso and now to Niger. What will you blame this on?
Generally, coups in West Africa, you can see their pattern. They are more structured in the former Francophone colonies. And I think about 2 or 3 factors are responsible for what is ongoing. One is probably the economic existentialities under which most of the Francophone countries, former French colonies, live under, which is very, very excruciating. If you look around, most of them don't have much of resources, that they can fall back on like many other, countries. 2, it has to do with the governing system, of these, countries. They have such a system that is neither democratic nor military, but a system that is so complicated that their citizenry also find it a little bit difficult, to understand. But above all, and this is central to what is happening, is a reaction, to France's colonial domination on these colonies, which has reached a stage where none of these countries are ready to tolerate, any longer. And this is expressed in what, in military coups, dissensions, and, all kinds of things that are ongoing. And when it happened in Mali, I remember appearing on TVC, and I told them, that it was not going to, what happened in Mali was going to be just the beginning. And what we are seeing is most likely, to cascade into other, countries if ECOWAS does not really marshal a plan of intervention, politically or diplomatically, to deal with what is happening around us. Thank you.
All right, Ambassador, unfortunately, we're out of time, but I'm sure we'll have another time to talk about this extensively. I've been speaking with the former Nigerian ambassador to Mali from 2012 to 2016, Ambassador Iliya Ali Dunia Nuhu, tonight to discuss ECOWAS and the spread of military rule in West Africa. Thank you so much for coming on the program, Ambassador. Thank you so much.
Very much. I appreciate it.
And thank you so much for watching. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But the conversation continues from here. Get in touch with us on Twitter at TVC News NG and at Olajumoke using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Olajumoke Olatuji. Good night.